Today on the Thrifty Mechanic. Hey guys, David here with the Thrifty Mechanic again to kind of talk to you a little bit about something that almost became a real issue today. I almost messed up, and I don't like to admit that stuff. I have pride. I think everybody here does. I really hate to admit that I almost messed up big time. So, how? You're like, man, David, why'd you mess up, you stupid? What'd you do? I left my keys on my hip. Some of you are like, what? And some of you are like, you idiot. You stupid idiot. Well, right now I'm going, you idiot. Why'd you do that? So, a little bit of background. I was working on a older customer vehicle, like a 1994 or something like that. And I kind of got caught up in speed. And I didn't realize that I hadn't taken my watch off yet. I hadn't taken my keys off my hip yet. And I was moving. I was trying to change the tires as fast as I could and do the oil change. That way I could get it in and out and I could kind of go back to what I was doing. Well, I didn't do that. And I moved the wrong way and I scuffed the car. At least I thought I did. And the customer comes out ranting and raving at me because he saw me do it, and pitched a fit with my boss. Well, my boss instantly takes the customer's side because he sees my watch still on my hand and my keys still on my hip. And I'm sitting there looking like an idiot because I'm like, yeah, sorry, dude. There's no sorry about it. It was complete negligence on my part, and I almost really had to eat something. But the guy was just like, oh, no, never mind. That was a scratch that's been there. I remember doing that with my keys a couple weeks ago. And I'm sitting here like, oh, man. And so I'm making this video to kind of remind you guys to keep your keys in your box, keep your watch in your box, keep anything that can scratch your car or scratch a car in your box, because it can go from a good day to a bad day like that. So, how does that happen? Well, you get to moving around a little bit. Your body has mass, and when you move around, those keys come flopping out because of the momentum getting thrown through them, and they scratch that $40,000 car that you got. Well, that car wasn't $40,000, but it's the point that you could scratch a car, and it could be a $40,000 car or more, like a Corvette or something like that, and you don't want that. Let me remind you again, you don't want that. I got a few options here, wherever they went, somewhere. Well, I'm just going to throw a rock out there and say I don't know where they went. So, what are some things you need to avoid getting yourself into a pickle? Well, wash your hands. Keep your hands clean. You don't want to see any oil, loose grime, or whatever on your hands. That might sound pretty common sense, but people do it all the time. They get caught up in the moment, and it sucks. It's like you sit there and you're moving around and you're like, man, I'm really getting fast. I'm working on it and I'm making money today. So you get to moving and all that stuff, and next thing you know, you move the wrong way and you scuff the floorboard getting out of the car because you were moving too fast and you didn't pick your foot up fast enough. You scuff it with a big black streak. Don't even pay attention to it. But that customer will. He will come in and he'll be like, yeah, that wasn't there. I'm wearing flip-flops. I highly doubt I did that. So, yeah, you guys are going to fix that. Now, no harm, no foul if you could get in there with a rag and wipe it up and call it a day and it's clean as a whistle. Sometimes you'll hit it just right and it just won't come out no matter what you do. And next thing you know, you're buying them a new little floorboard cover. And, I mean, that can get to be an expensive thing. I mean, it could probably be $100 or $200. So, I mean, not a huge hit, but a hit nonetheless when you're trying to save money in this business. That's why I'm here. Okay, I'm here to help you save money. And through my stupid mistakes and experiences of talking to more senior technicians, I learned that don't wear your keys, don't wear your watch, don't wear belts that have the metal bracket on them. It's called an illegal belt. Go to Snap-on, talk to the Snap-on dealer, say, hey, do you guys have any belts? They're going to ask you what size. They'll give you a couple sizes to kind of try on, see what you like. It's a fully leather belt. It cannot scratch a car because it's made of nothing but leather. So they're not that expensive. They're like $20, and you got another little Snap-on product to add to your collection. So avoid watches, wash your hands, wear the right equipment for the job. Do not wear your keys on your hip. Keep them in your toolbox. Do not forget a floor cover. Do not forget a seat cover. These things are there and are supplied to you by your employer for a reason. They're there. The employer pays money for them because it's a lot cheaper to expense that one little item than to expense paying for a car to be detailed. So, last thing I got to say is, if they supply gloves, use the gloves. I know that you hate wearing them. They make your hands sweaty. If you got a cut, it hurts. It's a lot better than eating $1,000 because you got to get a car detailed, or any other numerous things that can just go wrong with dirty hands. So just use caution, guys. I know that we get caught up in time and all that stuff, especially our flat rate guys. I mean, roots go out to you, man, because I don't want to be in that business anymore. You just have to be on top of yourself. You have to have a lot of discipline when it comes to this field. And the last thing you want to do is move the wrong way, make that little stupid mistake when you hear that eek, where it's scraped up against the car, and then all of a sudden you see a customer come out screaming at you, and you have to try and defend yourself while maintaining a professional demeanor, and that can get kind of hard when they're sitting there pointing in your face, and they're like, you, and that gets to be little hard. I mean, I didn't get into this field to get yelled at. I got into this field to make some money. So that's what I'm trying to do for you guys. So next video is probably going to be talking about ways to build good work habits. I'm going to try and work on that, probably get it out in the next couple days. I'm also looking for a new video editing software. I'm tired of messing around with some of the other stuff, so I'm looking for something else. So if you guys have any comments on that too, please leave them in there. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. I'm David, the Thrifty Mechanic, and I'm here to save you some money. So stay tuned, and I'll help you out. Thanks again.